hello. Hello. Hedgehog! I'm back. I'm alive. I'm born. I'm free. Final Fantasy VII continues today. After my mental breakdown from hedgehogs! I'll be calling the boys in just a minute. Another announcements, really, considering this game is long as fuck, I think. So, yeah. I'm not even gonna promise what I'd be doing after this because, again, the game's long and my thoughts on what I want to play after this can change. Because this game's like 50 hours long, I think, and we're only like maybe like 10 hours into the game. Anyway, let me turn off the music. Alright, turn that off. Remove this image. There we go. And give them a call. Hello.
There we go.
How's it going?
Hot. Yourself?
Hot.
Climate change is a bitch, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's worth it to know that everyone else will die with us.
More the final of the fantasy today.
But I just mean, like, if humans are literally too stupid to take to see all of the warning signs and do anything about it, maybe we deserve it, you know? Fuck it, let's just do it. Let's just accelerate climate change. It's not like, you know, people say, oh, you know, but think of the planet. The planet will be absolutely fine. The planet will thrive. We'll all die, but, you know.
It'll eventually recover.
We had it coming. Well, it'll be absolutely fine. It will still keep spinning.
Oh no, I mean, the damage that we cause will eventually recover.
I mean, just will be enough that it will wipe out our society, which, you know, I think we deserve. So fuck it. You know, this is my advice to everyone: stop all of your non-polluting ways. Pollute as much as you can. Fuck them all.
Actually, you know what I should do now that I think about it? I should go into that sewer area and just grind out the bat ability until I just have it as a regular ability.
Yeah.
I should just do that. But, I mean, to be fair, I mean, think about all the cigarette warnings and people still fucking smoke.
I mean, I think there is a big difference between, like, you know, that and things like climate change, because at the end of the day, as long as they don't do it in your face, people who smoke are only really harming themselves.
True.
It's a bit, you know,
I meant more of, like, with the warning thing, people will still do it.
Yeah. That's
more of what I was going for.
So I say, fuck it, let's end the world. Well, let's end humanity.
But,
we had it too good for too long. We deserve it.
Oh shit, smashing that box just gave me some potions. Oh shit, there's a treasure chest up here I didn't even know. Mega potion! That's really good.
Smashing boxes, Smash Bros. 6 confirmed.
Eventually.
It's happening.
I know Nintendo Switch 2 owners are bored because, are bored of Mario Kart World already because they keep just griping about people using Steam Deck for emulation in the Sonic game that's not even out yet. Listen, kids, don't buy a system unless you can see 4 things that you can conceivably play on it. Never buy a system on launch. Never do that.
I mean, I feel like they probably should have expected it, considering, like, Mario Kart World was the only new game that was launching. Everything else is just re-releases of games that a lot of people have probably already played.
Yeah, because, like, there's, like, Bravely Default, a version of Yakuza 0 that has a retcon that's really stupid. You remember the masseuse that Makoto was staying with before Majima gets involved and dies in a car bomb?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, he got better.
Thank God it was only the cargo masseuse parlor that got blown up.
Like, how do you live? Don't underestimate him. What?
We can see his... It's okay, we can see his parachute.
God, it is so dumb. Like, them being like, no, actually we decided he's not dead. Why? But why, though? I saw someone defend it, like, well, enough bad things happen to Majima, it doesn't need to be dead. Like, actually, it's kind of required, because then why isn't he in the rest of the plot? It adds stakes to the plot, like, I know I make fun of, like, stories that do kill them all, like, wantonly without any thought, but, like, no, there was actual reason and impact for that one.
Also, to be fair, it being a prequel kind of makes it sort of necessary to kill off characters who could have been useful later down the line.
Yeah.
So.
And he would be one person who would be useful later down the line if he was alive.
It is very. So I guess it is the new hand or Greedo shot first, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, like, like I said, I didn't really like the combat system in 7. I thought the writing was alright, but I definitely feel myself kind of being pulled more away from the series as I was playing through them. Where honestly, for me, I'm like, yeah, a good stopping point is honestly 2. Like, I had fun with some of the other ones, not 3. But, honestly, I feel like 2 is a good stopping point, just walking away.
I mean, I'll say it this way. Yakuza, as, like, the name, as, like, the sort of recurring thing, and especially as, like, Kiryu's story should have ended at 6.
2,
because I thought,
ASB, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, 6 is literally designed to be an ending.
Yes. And
it's very much like doing Toy Story 4 after Toy Story 3. Like,
and then
you
Toy
have
Story
a thing
5.
that is... yeah. Well, maybe if Lightyear had made some money. But...
Yeah, well, it wasn't gonna make money because it was shit.
Yeah, I know, but you say this, like, Disney's made lots of money out of shit movies.
True.
It wasn't gonna make any money, I think, more because
usually out of sequels or shitty remakes of popular stuff like fucking Lilo and Stitch movie.
Yeah, and what is Lightyear if not either a sequel, prequel, or a shitty remake?
Yet it bombed, which is interesting when you think about it. That really goes to show you how uninteresting it looked.
I also think like the whole COVID thing obviously hasn't helped, or like COVID / the post-COVID like theatre problems.
Yeah.
Because like there is a noticeable trend, like 2023 and 2024 were just like full of not just bombs but massive bombs. Like Disney, I think in 2020, I think last year was responsible for like 3 of them.
Yeah. Well, most movies aren't made by the Disney company anymore because they own so much shit. Which is disgusting, frankly, but...
Yeah, well, antitrust laws that don't exist.
Yeah. Antitrust laws are about as real as the fucking Easter Bunny.
But, I forgot what the actual like, origin of the conversation was before.
I did too, honestly. I was talking about Switch owners being bored of Mario Kart World already.
Which, yeah, just, you know, when they have when, like, it's the only new game. And I can't really work out why Bonanza has to come out, like, the Donkey Kong game has to come out, like, over a month later.
They honestly should have delayed it for a month and had them both released together. With the system, you know?
At least, yeah, because then it's like you at least have a second game you can get. Yeah, my usual rule for new consoles was at least 3 games you can get on launch.
Yeah, mine is...
you want them or not.
Yeah, mine is like 4, that's the only real difference, but 3 is understandable too.
But yeah, it felt weird to not, like, just, like, have that come out alongside the Switch.
Yeah,
like,
and I also the game looks especially good.
Yeah, it's especially weird because it's not like you could say, oh, well, it might be competing with Mario Kart, because it's like, no,
2 different genres.
No, because one's like a big one's like clearly a single player focused game, and the other one's a multiplayer game.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't be competing with each other. Like, realistically, in the world that would make the most sense is you would have the Mario Kart World bundle, which would then incentivize people because it would be cheaper to get it that way to then buy Bonanza at the same time, so they have 2 games.
Although the Switch 2 has now annoyed me because they are releasing like some Trails games for it, but that means that the Western release of the next game, like the next game canonically, has been pushed back till next year now.
Between that and also the Sky remake, yeah, it makes sense.
So, you know, that's irritating.
Oh yeah, the Sky remake is also getting a collector's edition in the States, but only via fucking limited games, so,
Yeah, you ain't getting that.
Oh yeah, I ain't fucking buying that shit.
On the bright
It's
side,
like, the same thing they have with Sonic Crossworlds. Is like, I saw like, it's like, here's the collector's edition. Oh, cool! Look at that this really cool Sonic and Shadow racing in their cars statue with like the flame, like the sparks billowing from the tires. Oh, that looks cool. Limited run games. Fuck you.
Hey, we're gonna get Charlotte into Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and isn't that something?
Just think. Even though I don't care about him, it's really funny that Shallot got in before Super Android 17.
It's funny he got in before 21.
It is pretty funny.
She's been in. I mean, I think she will. I mean, obviously she will get it eventually. She's like, made it into everything else.
Do people even care about Shallot? Genuine question.
I mean, I'm sure they care in the sense that, you know, people just care about anything Dragon Ball related.
Here goes.
I don't think he's. I don't think he is like far and away like a super popular character, but I think it's, you know.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone be like, yeah, Shallot, that's my character.
Maybe the people who played Legends.
Get ready. Why don't you lead the way?
Let's do this.
Just go away.
Okay,
But
let's see here.
I'll take care of him.
Yeah, I mean,
That's it.
Oh, I get the
Oh, no,
gimmick.
no,
One of them
no.
is immune to physical. Ow! One of them is immune to physical,
One
the other
out of
one's
immune to magic.
You can do it.
Taking over.
So it's my turn?
Let's
Oh yeah,
do this.
I'm getting confused on controls because I finished playing Visions of Mana recently, so I was hitting the wrong buttons.
Just a little should help.
Another action RPG.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
I don't know anything else like was announced this week. And obviously, like, we're in that period of post like the fake E3 thing we do every year now.
Yeah,
You've got this.
My turn.
So it's my turn?
it's kind of funny that basically now E3 is essentially multiple mini E3s now.
Well, I would say I miss E3, but I guess I just don't really.
I don't really either, because towards the back end of E3's life,
It's your
I
turn.
was just kind of didn't really give a shit about it.
Go on.
Don't overdo it.
Here goes. Tagging out.
Taking over.
Oh, I guess that technically got announced. They're doing a Lego Godzilla set, so you know, you'll probably have to sell like 4
Take care of
kidneys.
them.
Right?
Maybe I'll get it.
You've got this.
Let's do this.
Man, I feel bad for like people who do genuinely like collect Lego because that is got to be like more expensive than crack
Right?
in terms of addictions.
Yeah. Honestly, it's more expensive than just Gunpla even. Maybe not as maybe about the same amount of expensive as like Warhammer though.
Oh,
Possibly.
definitely. No, Warhammer's definitely more expensive just because
Go on.
yeah, you need you need multiple things for armies.
True.
And that's even if you're not just playing like if you're only playing one mode, because there's multiple different like game modes you can play in Warhammer that all require like unique units.
Keep it up. Get him. Why don't you lead the way?
I got this.
But yeah, I think Warhammer's still
I'll take
probably
care of you.
one of the most expensive hobbies.
Oh yeah, probably.
At least for like the normal people. I'm sure like rich people have far more expensive hobbies, like I don't know, like big game hunting with
So
poor
it's my
people.
turn? You'll see.
You joke. Jeff Bezos probably has done it, or would do it if he thought he could get away with it.
One of those fucking like those plots and shows where it's like the most dangerous game, man.
I don't think it's a matter of the most dangerous game. I think it's just more a matter of fuck the poor people. How do we encourage more human misery?
The pause. As he would say. The pause. And he does look like literally. He literally looks like Lex Luthor.
Yeah, problem is Lex Luthor's charismatic, he's not.
It's true. He was also president a couple of times.
Man, imagine that.
Yeah.
No, seriously, imagine that. A smart man in the White House.
You know, actually, I'm like, you know what? I could go for Lex Luthor about now.
Try to stay behind me.
That way I can cover your back.
I mean, you know, sure he's corrupt, but his corruption's out in the open.
Why would you vote for him? It was better. I mean, it was better than the alternative. Fuck.
Yeah. He made his platform very clear. He thinks Superman.
That reminds me, I was watching Simpsons, like old Simpsons Sideshow Bob episodes, and one of my favorite lines from Lisa is like, "I can't believe a convicted criminal didn't get votes against another convicted criminal."
Oh, how naive. I will say, I think some of those jokes, some of their political jokes, are the ones that have aged the most. Just because, well, like I think I said before, but there's like, the gag with Kang and Kodos being like, well, who you gonna vote for? It's a two-party system.
Weirdly enough, that
and then,
weirdly that one didn't age as well, considering the last election was a convicted felon versus a prosecutor.
And I think the worst one for aging is probably Futurama, where they have the joke of like Joe Johnson and John Joson. And the joke is they're clones, so it doesn't matter who you vote for.
Yeah.
It's like, no, partisan stuff exists these days. You either vote for fascism or you don't.
Vote for literal goose steppers or something else. This is a hard one. I might need some help on this one. Can I phone a friend?
I mean, not to. No, you actually can't, because because if you do, then those masked ICE agents who won't tell you their identity, or show their badges or any number of identifying things, because it will upset them, and we can't have that.
Hey, don't tell them who we are.
It will hurt their.
My
It will hurt the precious. It will hurt the precious feelings of the Nazi stormtroopers.
My fifis.
You know, I mean, we're not going to dwell on this too much, because it's just,
Yeah.
I'm sure people are sick of it. But I will say, I find it fucking insane in like a sort of like 2-week period where you have like a fucking senator gets tackled down to the ground and handcuffed by ICE agents, and like mayoral candidate for New York gets like arrested by fucking ICE agents because he had the audacity to say, "Where's your warrant for arresting this man?"
Yeah. What legal practices?
And the response, and maybe that's bad enough, but the fact the response of the Democrats is this mealy mouth, like, you know, oh, well, you know, this isn't right, we should all hold hands, whatever. It's like, no, stand up on the podium, call them fucking Nazis, and demand their heads roll for this.
Yeah.
Why are you fucking being pussies about this? Fight. Like, they've kind of already proven that, you know, they are going to laugh in your face if you get assassinated.
Yeah, literally, that happened.
Yeah, they've had they had someone get assassinated, and a fucking Republican senator laughed in their face, and like, I'm sorry, you should be like, when that happens, you should throw the book at him. If I throw the book at him, I mean,
No,
you
can't be
book,
mean.
and
Nah, fucking
you
be
smash
mean.
him in the face. Yeah, smash him in the face.
Yeah.
You know?
Be meaner.
Instead of saying like, oh well, you know, this is a partisan issue. No, you say it like it is. You tell people that these are Nazis. They must be these are Nazis. They must be destroyed. And that's the exact language you use. Destroyed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at protecting myself.
I find it insane that's like that they're still not like fighting. It's like, no, you need to start telling people to fucking. You need to start promoting civil unrest if that's the attitude they're gonna have.
That's that.
Yep.
Anyway. That's my thing of ranting and trying to incite people to violence.
As I smash.
I'm not saying
I smash fictional rats with a bat.
Yeah, I'm not saying you should go out and start rioting and, you know, fuck the police. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. You do you is all I'm saying. Anyway.
Smash a rat.
I'm still, as long as it's not those
Not
hedgehogs.
bad.
There was a hedgehog earlier, but there were a couple of hedgehogs earlier, but they were individuals in groups. They were easy to deal with. Didn't feel the need to address them. Those disgusting, disgusting creatures. I hate!
I think it's a bit weird that they brought Pauline back to Bonanza and now made her a child.
That is a little weird.
Feels... I don't know, it doesn't feel right. It feels a little uncomfortable for some reason.
I guess they're trying to make it a prequel or something? I don't know.
But then Cranky Kong's there, and Cranky Kong's the one who kidnapped Pauline.
Unless they're retconning that too, I have no idea.
I feel like it's some kind of reboot, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about yeah, it feels like a weird thing to do. Just like, why didn't we just make a new character or one? Just have her be an adult.
Just have it be adult Pauline. Probably because it'd be easier to model a 13-year-old girl clinging to the back of the giant ape.
Then I answer, why isn't it a new character? Oh no, it feels fucking weird.
Sorry, but we're in a rush.
We'll see.
I will say though, the game
sure
does look good.
Yeah, I'm sure the internet will be incredibly normal about this.
Yeah.
Take the lead.
I'll take care of him.
Yeah, it does look entertaining. It is like probably the best reason to own a Switch 2 currently.
Yeah, because I did look at footage of ooh, I need to recover Eris MP.
You're burning up.
I did look at footage of Mario Kart World's like races, and they don't look great. They look very boring.
I've seen a couple videos, and they just seem like Mario Kart races to me.
It's your turn.
Let's do this.
I do think at least the elimination ones seem like the most interesting.
Ooh, Eris just got knocked out. Okay. Got a Phoenix down on me. Yep. Yeah.
Be careful.
Eris, do you have any? You don't have ability points.
It's on you.
I'm gonna pilot her so I can like pilot her away from danger for a little bit.
I'm in danger.
She. Okay, let's see. Items. Do I have an item that heals the party? I know I don't have an ability yet. No enemies. Okay. Spells. No, I don't. But. Okay. I'm gonna bounce around for a bit. Then I gotta heal myself. I'll heal her as well, and then.
Back to good.
Ah, she got knocked out while she was trying to heal herself. Fucking hell. Okay. Alright. Ah, Jesus! Thank God I full healed him already, but, pick her back up.
Still up for it?
It's okay. I'll do better.
Don't overdo it.
Sure. However I can help.
Okay.
This one's for you.
Okay.
We good?
Keep it up.
There we go. Okay, good.
You can do it.
Take it over.
This is a hard fight right now. There's 3 of them, and good boy, do they hurt.
Hey, what a bat.
Go on.
Okay.
Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do. And catch. One more shot.
Fuck!
Gotta dig deep for this one.
Jesus. Oh, I have a limit up now. Cool. It's actually really good to have this right now.
Bless them
Eris
with
limit.
your love and grace.
There we go. That's better. Now, which one of you fucks can I kill?
Hey, Sabo.
Hey, Sabo.
No, you can't. Whatever it is.
Tagging
I want
out.
to know what he's
I'll take care of them.
going to kill.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, he's immune now. Fuck.
Maybe this.
I'll give it to Sabo.
My turn.
It is now. climbing into the 90 degrees.
It's hot as fuck.
Sounds bad.
It's gonna be 100 next week.
That was close.
Yay.
Fun, fun, fun!
Oh, maybe the weeds in my backyard.
Jesus Christ, sorry, I was just... I was looking for... I was scrolling for the comments for YouTube video and just saw
I'll show you
of
what
all
I can
people
do.
Carl in the fucking comments.
Why
That's
don't
funny.
you lead the way?
Hang back.
I'm not expecting that anyway.
So you're still using the bat.
Yes.
Last words?
It's the freaking bat!
Batter up!
Just go away. Here goes.
The bat!
It's the bat!
This might be it. Here it comes. This one's for you. It's your turn.
Let's do this.
Good old the freaking bat.
Still in it.
Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna do now that your game division is in chaos.
With swears?
I mean, probably... I think you mean Warner Brothers.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, probably just keep not
I'll
making
show you
games.
what I can do.
Watch
Are
us
they
not
gonna-
make
are they gonna-
games. You want to see us not make games
I'm
again?
gonna say- I was gonna say, are they gonna try and make another art game that's not
That's
a
it.
weird VR thing?
I mean, they said they were doing it, but who knows? Like, I think it already come out they were making a new Arkham Batman game. As to what that entailed, who knows?
I mean, they were making a Wonder Woman game too, and then they like no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
decided
mean-
nah on that one.
If you think any like DC character is not called Batman or related to Batman is getting their own game, I think you're high on crack.
That's why like people were joking when Tokon Battle got announced. That like, I can't wait for DC to respond with with DC fighters featuring Batman and another Batman and another Batman.
Sorry for getting all lost.
Warner Bros. Would touch it
Batman
because
What am I saying?
Batman Ninja's the game.
Shinra bitches get what they deserve.
No,
Yeah.
hold on.
did they make a Batman Ninja 2 or did I imagine that?
No, they did. Batman Ninja
Oh.
versus the
Ever in the market
Yakuza
for a
League,
merc again. Remember, you can count on Cloud.
Hoorah!
which is basically the
And
Justice
sorry
League
about
except
putting
they're
this on you
Yakuza.
all of a sudden. I'm really glad you were willing to help
Ah,
out.
so he gets to
Thanks
beat up
again.
the entire Justice League.
Actually, while
Gotcha.
you're
Again.
here, I've got another favor to ask. There's this old guy who hangs out in front of the weapons shop.
And no wonder why people are kind of sick of the Joker and Batgod.
Hey, remember the one
they're
time they
not.
made a Batman Goes Evil story after I said they should do that for ages? They're like, okay, in this one, Batman is evil, so he wins. And I just kind of blinked. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah. The Batman story where he's evil, you mean every Batman story.
Yes, he fights the Yakuza League, including such members as Bari, the Fleet of Foot.
Ah, cool. I
Voiced by
now
Nobuki
have Disorder
Miyama.
as a regular ability, so I can switch off of it.
Oh yeah, I guess that's one thing that was announced that maybe is interesting. They're doing Spider-Man 94 as a comic book.
Yeah, it's basically going to be a conclusion to the,
Yeah, which feels
So I guess,
odd
that,
because
so I
John
guess
said,
that means they're not doing Spider-Man 94 as a cartoon.
yeah, probably for the best. Let's be honest.
Honestly, I think just giving it like a little comic wrap-up and walking away is perfectly fine.
Especially since John Sepen Jr. already basically told people how it gets resolved.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine with this.
Plus, also it means that at any at conventions they can get like the voice cast to do it. The
Yeah.
ones who are there and or willing.
Still alive.
I don't think any major people from the original are dead. Just probably like vanished. You know, living out their lives.
Ed Asner is dead.
I mean, he was no like major person in Spider-Man. Yeah, he
He was
had like
Jameson.
was he? Oh,
Yes, he was.
damn. Oh well, I'm sure they'll be able to find another Jameson.
Jameson's in the house!
I mean, they'll probably just have the usual guy do it. J.K. Simmons.
If he's there. Maybe
See,
they'll-
Aunt May is dead. Kingpin is dead. Let's go Lee Brown.
I mean, Kingpin's probably not that relevant for the ending story,
Dr.
though, is he?
Octopus is dead.
Dr. Octopus.
Damn, he beat me to it.
You know the guy who made that is actually from Jersey too.
Yeah.
Well, hey there.
It's okay though. Green Goblin is still alive.
Yeah, Neil Ross, he'll do anything.
Yeah, Ross is still. Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't have much to do.
Yeah, not since. Well, especially since he got technically has a game coming out this year. But I don't think he recorded any new lines.
Equipment, you hear?
Oh, Hank Azaria was Venom. I didn't know that.
Yes!
Oh, I actually don't know that either.
Oh, yeah, that was the one that I knew. That, yeah, Hank Azaria is a Venom / Brock.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, one of his few, like, non-Simpsons roles that's, you know, relevant. Unless we're counting the time he was What's-His-Face from the Smurfs.
He was a mystery man.
My apartment?
Oh yeah, he was, I forget, what, was he the spoon guy?
Yes, he was. Oh, the fork guy.
Spoon!
He threw forks.
Yeah.
Not
And
knives, because that would be
See you soon.
inappropriate.
And and he used slightly uncomfortable accent.
You must be that mercenary.
I don't remember right. Wasn't he basically doing a poo, but not quite full of poo?
But I can't because some creatures have turned the grave.
I did have to laugh when like a poo got like cancelled and Hank Azaria was like, "Oh well, you know, I never felt comfortable doing a poo," and I'm like, "My guy, you've been doing it for like 20 years."
Like,
at this
no,
point.
you were okay with it.
You can't just say after 20 years that, like, you know, I always thought it was a little bit racist. It's like, maybe you should have said something at some point then.
Yeah, too bad if all those little kids hadn't been bullied
The
as
key to the
the
graveyard,
voice as
huh?
children. It probably would
I
have been a
know.
problem.
Why don't we ask Oates about it?
I still think it would definitely been a problem.
I do wish that they did just like retool Apu a bit and keep him around, because I did like the character, to be honest.
It does
People
feel
were just
weird to
angry.
like fully delete him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I've never heard a decent argument against him that isn't people used to bully me with the voice when I was in school.
I mean, I think the main primary argument that actually caused the stir was just the argument that, like, one of the that perhaps the most prominent Indian character on American television was voiced by a white guy
Yeah.
and was full of a lot of not well researched glimpses into Indian culture and religion.
The one that's always printing awful rumors about the slums?
Yeah. Like, you can tell they didn't, I don't think they meant harm, but it was not, it's definitely not great, still.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those
It's kind of
things
like
where...
when you watch, like, the fucking Ace Ventura second movie, you can tell they mean well, but the research is really shit.
Yeah.
Not like the first Ace Ventura movie.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. The Supreme Court made it legal to
Everyone knows
bully
her.
trans people.
Everything
So
she steals, she gives to the poor and needy.
suddenly that movie stuck around to being okay. I mean, obviously not, but
No, I get the gag you're doing. I understand. I hate it.
it's
but I
not a gag.
understand.
It's a horrible. It's not a gag. It's a horrible reality.
Yeah. Well, this whole reality is a gag. A horrible cosmic joke.
Reporter has been exposed. My sources have all deserted me. Which brings me to you. Work of the hour, and the man who will serve up my scoop.
Oh yeah, I forgot this reporter man. Yeah, whatever.
It's always a pleasure to speak with those charming.
But yeah, no, I always think I think a poo was always going to be like problematic in the modern
Good to see you
age.
again, Murray.
Good to see you.
It's kind
Yeah.
of
Can't
like
make fun of anyone anymore. Except the French. That's apparently still okay.
Cloud,
you can make fun of lots of people. It's just a matter of
everything there is to
how
know
you do
about the
it.
slums.
yeah.
Murray, meet Cloud. He's a former soldier and super strong.
It's you know,
The kids have been talking about you.
there's a difference between making fun of like someone for like one bit and then like having a racist caricature on screen for 20 years unchecked.
Angel of the slum.
There's a difference between that and, say, Sideshow Bob.
I'm I'm a lover of the whispered
I mean,
word.
Sideshow Bob just
Not that
portrays
it's
like
any
all
secret,
Republicans
considering
as
how
evil
chatty
child
that
killing,
shit
as evil
months
child murderers.
Not looking into it for the
If anything, it's quite, you know, light.
Hey, remember when he's getting drug off too in the one episode? He's like, as long as there's a Democrat in office, I'll get out!
You've fallen under the angel's
Yeah.
spell like so many others. Anyway, it so happens that I have some information for you.
Never forget
If
about
anything,
the
Bob's
Republican
favourable
cabal
because
in
it-
Simpsons too.
I'm gonna say Bob's favourable because it implies a Republican can be, you know, well educated and cultured. As we all know,
true.
it's literally impossible.
Yeah.
Like, a more accurate thing would be if Cletus was a card-carrying Republican.
I mean, it's interesting you watch the first episode versus the other one. The first episode, he's actually proud of them for catching him. He's like, oh, the children are learning. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's the difference between
Have you
having
tried talking to
haha
her
funny we got
at all?
Kelsey Grammer as a guest star versus
Well, versus a recurring
Going.
character, yeah.
oh wait a second, we can do more with Kelsey Grammer.
And this isn't anything against what they did with him later. I fucking love the Sideshow Bob episodes. They're hilarious.
So how'd you get the old bird to talk?
I like the one where he tries to nuke the town to get rid of
It's like when they
television.
did Fat Tony once, and Joe Montana was like,
You
"This
have
is
another
the
tell us.
greatest thing I've ever been in.
About
I
the
insist you
notorious angel
bring
of
me
the
back
slums.
whenever he's on
Has she
screen,
struck again?
Yeah,
even if he has
especially-
only one line."
I don't know anything about
which is funny because there was a time where Hank Azaria did voice Fat Tony for exactly one scene.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it was
and,
just-
Joe Montana, he's like, "Why didn't you call me? Like, we didn't think you'd want to come down just for like 2 lines." He's like, "No. If Fat Tony's in an episode, you call me."
Look out!
Yeah, because he was originally going to be like a one-off, and then because, you know, it's a guest star, but the guest star's like, no, I'll be a regular, fuck it, give me.
About a
Yeah.
terrible fiend that's claimed the
The
angel's place.
line that Hank Azaria did was he sleeps with the fishes.
Quite large, lots of teeth, always hungry.
Or Legs goes, I thought you said he was dead. And Fat Tony's like, no, I said he sleeps with the fishes.
Well,
Ah, Fat Tony, I just ate a plate of gabagool.
good reporter
One of my
knows
favorite,
never to take foolish
just
risks. And the
Simpsons
plan
gags that makes no sense out of context is the one where it's the two mob men, just like, I say out of context, but they're just saying the word, because I sometimes just like to say their response out of context, where it's like two mob guys trying to dump a body in a dumpster, Wiggum walks up and goes, hey, what do you guys got there?
would be
Beanie
lovely
Baby?
investigative lookout point for me.
Just saying Beanie Baby for something suspicious is something that I like to do.
Let's try and jump to the plate.
Hey, what's that? Beanie Baby?
Carry on.
Uh,
Me, I like Johnny Tight Lips.
what about the squealer?
Frankie the Squealer. I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna go suck a lemon.
Did you see the shooter? I see a lot of things. You know, you could be a little more helpful.
See, he doesn't love Johnny Tight Lips.
I love Johnny Tight Lips.
It's come to my attention that someone in this room is a squealer. We've narrowed it down to either Johnny Tightlips or Frankie the Squealer.
Okay, I admit it was me. I just love squealing.
It turns out it was Johnny Tightlips the whole time.
Was it Johnny Tight Lips, or did they just assume it was Johnny Tight Lips as a gag? I don't remember.
No, I think in the end it was Johnny Tightlips the whole time, but they didn't think it was him because he didn't say anything.
You're
Square.
not looking for the key to the graveyard
Yeah.
cave, are you? Well, it's your lucky day. The angel took it.
Oh, yeah, right now I'm
Stole
just doing a
from
bunch of
some public
doing a bunch of
security
side quest
jerks.
stuff,
She gave it to Margie, so
so that way I can get
I'm
some more
guessing he's selling
resources,
it for medals
XP.
now.
I might, since I stopped Visions of Mana,
If
do
you
some of
want
this
the
stuff
graveyard
off
key,
camera at some
talk
point.
to Margie.
Yeah, fair.
If you want the graveyard key,
Oh, talk to Maggie. Ah, Maggie, I love your fit.
Hey, you don't happen to have a key to a graveyard, do you? Of course. The Emporium has everything. For
How much do you think this outfit cost him?
Probably not that much in this world, because this is probably just like something you buy. This is probably just like something you buy at like the department store, like
Thanks, you
for
guys.
kids.
I've got a whole
This
mountain
is like, you know, those
of graveyard
Pikachu or Sonic or Cursed Sonic outfits you can buy for
Ah,
kids.
yes.
In this
Why
world,
does he have
that
why does he have the key to the graveyard?
You'll be able to make all our hopes
Well,
and dreams
you know.
come true. Not just yours, Cooper.
funny pranks.
The wishes of every single person
You know.
in the swamps.
It's probably some like test, probably some test of
Lots
courage
of
shit.
people in Midgard love to collect Moogle medals,
You know.
They'll pay anything to get their hands on more. I'm using the money to set up more shops.
I love that
all
the
throughout
little
slums.
the
I'm
little
giving back to
antenna
the
ball
other
in his
kids
head
and making
bounces
life
as he
better
moves
for
his head.
everyone here. And that's how I'll make everyone
Close you're gonna get to a
That's
Moogle,
one way
Kupo,
of doing it, Kupo. And I've got
Kupo.
extra happiness for you two.
somehow.
What's to stop us from selling directly to
Sharpening
these
the knife,
collectors?
Kupo.
Moogle magic, Kupo?
Down Mog.
Next time, keep your plans to yourself.
Thanks, you guys.
Oh, you gotta
By
do it
working
to a
together,
Mog.
I know we can make the world a happier place.
You know, I'd probably never do it on stream, but I was thinking just randomly the other day. Well, I say randomly is because someone was taking a train of Final Fantasy VIII. I do like Final Fantasy VIII, despite its hang-ups. It's a fun game.
I mean, pretty sure most people do. Pretty
It
sure
do-
its
it does
biggest
have-
detractor got.
Good, sorry.
I mean, it helps that its biggest detractor got outed for a bunch of shit.
True. It does often
It's
though
like,
in the discussion of Final Fantasy feel like the redhead stepchild or middle child between fucking 7 and 9. I like 7 and 9 too, don't get me wrong.
It's just because 8, like, was definitely a case of, well, you know, we've got to do something different to shake up the experience, so you add in a bunch of mechanics that aren't always going to mesh well, or aren't going to mesh with everyone, like junctioning magic, or triple triad.
Right.
Because, like, if you want to get, like, really good shit, you've got to learn triple triad.
True.
And, you know, junctioning magic can definitely, and like junctioning magic and drawing magic can be like a real fucking like
Time
grind
sink,
fest.
yeah.
Versus, you know, the games that surround this one, where it's like, yeah, you just equip the spell and then you cast the spell.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, as I said, I understand because it's the typical case of, well, you know, we want to keep things fresh, but generally how you do that in RPGs is like small, like, gameplay shake-ups, but because, you know, the nature of RPGs, people are there for the story and the characters, so...
Yeah, apparently, actually, as a fun note, Final Fantasy VII is responsible for Western RPGs upping their game and writing. Apparently, the writer for Baldur's Gate 2 played this game and was like, holy shit! You know, the original 7 was like, holy shit, these characters are blowing ours out of the water. Fuck, we gotta step up our game.
Not surprising, really. I mean,
It's just interesting.
7's probably one of the definitely like one of the games that first introduced the idea of layered storytelling and themes, at least like macro level. Like you can see how a lot of elements are tied into like central themes in 7. While some things are, you know, obviously on the nose, like Aerith literally being called, you know, Earth and their association with the planet. There's lots of other stuff in there, especially, you know, we kind of joke about it a lot, but the Cloud Twist is in a lot of ways brilliant.
Oh yeah, at the time it was great. It's just we know about it now, so we kind of sit there going horror, because we joke about it, because we're already in on the plot twist. It just happens when you know a twist in a story. And it's not because it's predictable, it's because we know about it, because it's an old fucking video game that we all played.
Yeah, well, the three of us have played.
Yes.
I guarantee you a vast majority of the people who played Remake and Rebirth have not played the original.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I think
which is a shame, because playing the original is really important to this game. At least the first part of it.
Yes and no. Like, I agree that I'd say yes. I think the overall experience is better for having played the original, but I think in retrospect, with like between this and Rebirth, there's probably enough like cultural knowledge of Final Fantasy VII that I think pretty much everyone can pick up Remake Rebirth, and you know, you get it.
That's a good point.
Or you get enough of it, because sort of like the main thing is, you know, Aerith dies. And obviously, like, and I think in some ways that's obviously where it's beneficial, because obviously everybody knows that. Like, everyone knows it. People have never played a single Final Fantasy in their fucking life.
The commercial, actually, the original commercial in the US spoils it even.
Yeah, so people know she dies. And obviously if you play Remake, you always have that in the back of your mind, and obviously that sort of helps even people who haven't played the original kind of get the concept of the fake ghosts. I mean, you can argue about the fake ghosts need to be there, but No, I do think you can play Remake and Rebirth without playing the original, and it's fine. Like, you get it. And all of the characters are introduced well enough that you get them.
This is gonna hurt.
But obviously, I think overall you benefit more from the knowledge. Especially when, you know, they go out their way to, lengthen out a lot of these segments that otherwise were, like, small part, like Jesse, Biggs and Wedge, or, you know, other areas later.
That was pretty nice. Can you handle them?
But yeah, I think, like, it's sort of a, it would be insane to think FF7 was anything other than, like, the most important JRPG or, like, RPG from Japan ever. Not just in terms of its impact here in the West, but it's in terms of its impact in, you know, Japan itself. Like, it's the reason why Nintendo and Square had their split, you know, pretty known split.
Yeah.
It basically turned Square into a major into a $1 billion company.
You're out of luck. Too bad they immediately swallowed a lot of spirits with it.
Well, not immediately. They gave it a good 5 years. I mean,
Imagine how well Square could, well, I mean, Square is still doing well, but I mean, imagine how much better they would have been if they didn't lose
You okay?
spirits.
It's okay.
Yeah, well,
However I can help.
I think Spirits Within
Stay strong and
should
carry
have
on.
either not had the Final Fantasy title, or
Can you take over for me?
they should have had the sense to make it a Final Fantasy movie.
Yeah.
Look, I don't hate Spirits Within. I think in a lot of ways it's an impressive technical feat. But it's like, it's also not a Final Fantasy movie because there's nothing Final Fantasy about it.
Or Hollywood panicked and it was going to put out
Heads up.
because of CGI.
Yeah, well, Square did push that, or did play into that, because Square basically said, "Oh yeah, we'll like license out the model of the main character for people to basically drop into other movies and get voiced," which is a kind of interesting idea, but it was never going to work.
Feeling chilly?
It's one of those like things. It's one of those like
Why don't you lead the way?
Hollywood sabotage.
Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, no, Hollywood didn't. Yeah, absolutely not. Hollywood didn't sabotage it. Like, Spirits Within was fucking doomed for being an animated feature that clearly is not aimed at children in 2001 or whenever it came out.
Yeah. And even now, like, animated features have trouble getting through the door if they're not aimed at children, so...
I think if you did a fucking Final Fantasy movie and you added in, like, actual Final Fantasy elements, I think it would do it. I think it would make back its budget. I don't know about how well it would do, but I think if you actually did a Final Fantasy movie, it would make back its budget and people would give a shit. And not one that's, like, tied into a game, because I know they made one for 15, and that was a bit of a shit show, but... Yeah, it's kind of 15 in general.
Say everything with 15 went wrong.
So if you just did like a CG movie or whatever, Final Fantasy, throw in like, you know, original plot, get Nomura to do some designs, and then like, you know, throw in like Ifrit and Bahamut and all that, and then like have a Chocobo. Yeah, you'd probably get something out of it. But it's like calling it Final Fantasy, it having nothing to do with Final Fantasy, and it just being like this weird, like self-reflective, like art house film, but like costing millions upon millions to make. And yeah, as I said before, the idea of like trying to market a animated feature that's not for children from like 2001, yeah, it just wasn't going to happen.
Feeling chilly?
Hollywood didn't need to sabotage it; it had already sabotaged itself.
Yeah. Whew, those guys are tanky.
This must be it.
The weird like poison bugs that were in the graveyard.
Hey, you want to say a
Ah,
prayer too?
yes.
No thanks. I think you've got it covered.
Is this where you're doing the Angel of the Slums or whatever it's called?
It's the one where you get the grave key, you go get the thing from the Aerith does a prayer, and you go back to the old man by the weapon shop.
I'm really grateful for what you did. Here's your reward.
Ooh, a
I
studded
owe 'em a
bracer.
lot,
Thank you.
Maybe more than I can ever repay. And now,
Real question is, do they lock the graveyard to keep something
I
out
know
or
it's
to
not
keep
much,
something
but
in?
I hope it
Dun,
makes up for it a
dun.
little.
Considering those bugs, maybe.
We paid our respects to your wife, and we took
Also,
care
you
of
know,
those
the
creatures.
undead exist.
It's true.
That's such a relief to
Just
hear.
casually, they're just
I
there, like,
can't
hey, there's a
tell you
zombie
how
over there. His
much
name is
it's
Ted.
weighing on my mind. I was beginning to think I might never be able to visit her grave again.
Brains.
My bad back and my
Brains.
legs, my whole body's a mess, frankly. I didn't think I could make it past the creatures, but I was prepared to die.
I do really like, even I'm still getting used to like the intricacies of this, but I do really like the combat system in this game because I think it does a good job at mixing the strengths of both an action and an RPG together, where it doesn't feel like it's like one of those action RPGs where it's just like, oh, just smash the buttons and you're fine,
I just told you about my legs.
and it still has like the status effects and ailments and shit like an RPG, and they do affect the way that the combat plays out.
5,000?
And enemies have like have like unique patterns and ways that you interact with them.
I won't ask you.
Even if the hedgehogs are annoying, I think it's good that they exist and do the shit that they do. I still hate them
I
though.
also think, think it helps that it's more grounded than like Kingdom Hearts combat is. Like Kingdom Hearts combat post 1 is like very aerial based and
Oh yeah,
fronty.
yeah.
Obviously by design, because they wanted it to be like you up in the air a lot.
And I do
And
love
think it
2's
helps
combat.
having. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I think
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
yeah.
benefits this game more to have it be, somewhat similar system but more grounded. Literally in this case.
What are my thoughts on the Switch 2? Someone in chat. It's a system that exists. That's it. That's it.
I mean, I think overall the Switch 2 will be a fine system once it has
Yeah.
more games that are for the Switch 2.
Yeah,
instead
earlier
of-
we were talking about how Bonanza looks good. Mario Kart World looks a little dull in the racetracks to me, though. I don't really see
I'm
a
sure-
reason to buy it right now because there's not a whole lot of stuff for it. So my recommendation is wait for a couple of games to come out before you consider buying it.
Yeah. Or if like your Switch 1 breaks, then sure you can consider it.
Yeah.
It's just needs more games that are Switch 2 games because there's technically a number of games. They're all games you can get from other systems you likely have, or you can get for cheaper than the Switch 2.
Yeah. How did you and what's that? How did you and your friend meet? That's a long time ago. Skype. I don't even remember.
I think we met on Twitter.
Was it Twitter? Oh, okay.
Might have been. I think it was I think we started talking on Twitter back when it was Twitter and it was slightly less dog shit.
You already knew him, and he was just like, "This is this guy named Dan."
Yeah.
Probably
Me and
talking about
Sabo knew each other
probably
way
talking
back.
about mecha shit.
Well, yeah, me and Sabo knew each other from general chat on like mecha stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that
And
kind of got me introduced to Super Robot Wars. Like I knew of it, but they're the
Yes.
ones who like introduced it to me.
Yeah. And I think you and I just talked on Twitter and eventually it migrated to Skype and then started,
And then eventually Discord when Skype went downhill. And eventually the next
that's
thing
fine,
when
'cause
this one goes down.
I mean, to show our age, me and Sabo first started chatting on fucking on AIM.
Yeah.
I think like when we first started talking, Train. I think no, it was like early college when I started talking to you. So that was
Yeah,
back
it was
when Twitter
definitely
also
you and
had
I.
your own backgrounds you could put on. Because I had like a Mega Man background.
Yeah, it was definitely Skype when we first started talking.
Yeah.
I wish I
Whatever
could say
happened to
this.
Tank?
He's in Puerto Rico, right? Probably died.
He might have.
Now I'm gonna do Angel of the
know.
Slums. I should definitely pick up some stuff
Cool.
at the shop soon, like more Phoenix Down shit.
Yeah, I wish there was like a more exciting fucking discussion.
Yeah, that's really it.
I think the closest I can get is to say it was. I think maybe one of the first things we did was debate each other about if Disney was racist or not.
Probably. Well, back then too, you and I used to argue about Final Fantasy X a lot. That's why when we were talking about it, I was like, hold on, I need to walk stuff back because back in the day I was an extreme hater of 10. Where now I think 10's
Yeah.
alright.
not exactly an epic story there. You'd be like, yeah, we fought some mafia goons. We were working a case together.
We were training under
decided, you
Muten
know what?
Roshi.
then we decided, you know what? I really like mecha anime. Let's
Yeah.
go home and talk about mecha anime after we've had a
Oh, that's a
adventure
big boy.
fighting off the local mob.
I wish Tifa and Barrett were here. Oh boy.
My hat, my trench coat, and my mask.
Going in.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I've almost forgiven Sepen for recommending Code Geass to me.
Oh yeah.
Almost.
I thought Code Geass was pretty good. You should probably watch it too. He's like, this is the worst thing ever, and I will hate you for the
Yeah.
rest of the time.
Yeah, I got to the end of the first season. I was like, damn.
Daring to suggest I watch this.
Meanwhile, the only thing I don't think I've ever recommended anything to you. I don't think I have I?
You have, but I've ignored everything, every single one of your recommendations.
and I recommended Gal Gaigar, and you were like, nah, I'm not ever going to listen to your recommendations ever again. And then, like, 2 years later, you watched it anyway. You're like, oh, I found this thing called Gal Gaigar. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one of the funnier. Okay, go ahead, sorry, continue. Sorry, it just reminded me of something.
I was like, yeah, I recommended that to you like a year ago, and you didn't want to watch it because you were still mad about Geass. I was like, oh.
Oh, well. It sounds like your fault still. What were you gonna say, Dan?
It just reminded me. I remember one of the times you recommended something to me. It was Nadesco, and I was then like going through like shit that I got from like when an anime club closed down, and then I found that I already owned Nadesco because of that.
I was right. You did like Nadesco.
Oh yeah, true. The only other one I remember you recommending that I watched was Kanishi, which is another one I really liked.
Yeah.
You probably recommended
I
other
think I
stuff, and I just go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, there's other stuff I'm remembering that I'm like, oh yeah, I think I did recommend it. I think you did watch. I think I recommended Godana, and I think you did like it.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did recommend Go Downer. Oh god.
I did recommend Cross Edge, but we watched it anyway. But I went into it going, this is probably not very good. And then it turned out being so hilarious, we enjoyed it anyway.
I was gonna say, we found a lot of entertainment out of those like 12 episodes or so we watched.
Yeah. The wrong kind of entertainment.
Yeah, it'd be better than when we watched Macross Delta.
I'm pretty sure we weren't supposed to find her being beaten up by 50 cops that hilarious, but nonetheless.
Yeah, well.
You'll feel better
More
in
entertaining than when we watched Macross Delta.
Yeah, there's just no entertainment to be found there.
One more
I
shot.
really like when Kill the Kill first came out and we would watch like the first 2 episodes as they
Oh
released.
yeah, I think all 3 of us were watching that. I think we watched the first 3 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just love
Anyone's
that.
like
I'll take care of you.
Well, yeah, but I just love the fact that the first episode we immediately called, oh, they're sisters.
Oh yeah, we all called that like immediately. Oh wait, no, I remember. You guys watched it already. Then you watched the 3 with me, and I also was like, those 2 are sisters.
Yeah.
I remember when I said that like on Twitter, I was called a fucking idiot for saying that. Like what? No. It's like what? It's clear. Look at the color schemes. They have the same hair color. One's missing a dad. The other one's missing a mom. Come on. Of course they're related.
Get fired up.
Ah, good times in the days when the internet was only for
One more
weirdos.
shot.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it still is, but now it's not. Now it's mainstream to be an internet weirdo.
No, getting normies into the internet.
I'd
is a
keep my
mistake.
distance if I were you.
I agree.
Hey, you asked for it.
Ow.
Back in my day, where the rant YouTuber was a thing.
Oh yeah, the rant tubers. That was like one of the easy ways to get popular back in the day.
Yeah. Just go online, call someone like definitely a word we can't repeat nowadays, and get views. Or just rip off the OVGN. That also worked pretty well for a lot of people.
It did.
Lend me your strength.
I mean, it worked well for 2 years, and then a lot of people were like, ah, this sucks. Except AVGN is still going, so they clearly had something.
That's it.
Somehow.
Helps that he enjoys it,
Why don't you lead the
Yeah.
way?
but he doesn't overdo it because he has other things to do.
Because he has his life.
He's not like Nostalgia Critic who clearly hates what he's doing, but like that's the only way he can make money now.
Here goes.
You're forgetting he's still
One's for you.
around.
He is still around.
I'll
Yeah.
take that.
Still trucking along.
His site is gone now. He just does it privately.
One more
He
shot.
quit his site like years ago.
Yeah, I think it's like on YouTube now.
No. Man, remember all those YouTube killer sites?
Except Guru Larry.
Sorry.
He stayed there to the end.
Good job, Guru Larry.
He stayed there to the bitter end.
Go on. Get ready. Tagging out.
I got this.
I'll take care of them.
Man, I love how whenever the whole like debate of YouTube and ad blockers comes up, and you know you get the people who try and defend and say, well, you know, YouTube needs to make money, as if it doesn't already make fuck billions of money.
Right?
Like, I think off of just subscriptions alone, it made 15 billion like just last year. And, like, that's just subscriptions. That's not factoring in the money it makes off of ad revenue. I think off of like ad revenue and you know sponsorships and all of those sort of
Lend me your
things.
strength.
They also
So, you
limited.
know-
There was also a time where they had more people be able to get ad rev, because I could get ad rev at one point.
Yeah.
You can do it.
So yeah, the argument that, oh well, YouTube needs the money.
I'll
No, it
show you
doesn't.
what I
It's
can
got fuck billions.
Yeah, they're fine.
But very few people talk about what I think is the actually worst part, the actual big reason to encourage
chilly?
ad blocking on YouTube, which is that YouTube doesn't like fucking check over the ads it displays.
Oh yeah, there's so many weird and fucked up ads.
Stuff that's obviously like ads that are obviously like targeted scams, ads that are just like AI generated slop, ads that are like bordering on like breaking their own terms of service, and it's like YouTube does not fucking curate anything. So I find the fact that people try and argue that like YouTube has any kind of moral high ground is frankly ridiculous. Because my argument for against like internet ads has always been like, yeah, I can understand the argument. I can understand that people say, well, we need to showcase ads. The problem is the ads they showcase are like incredibly damaging to, like, by damaging I don't just mean like, oh well, you know, they prey upon people. I mean damaging that you have like ads that will like fake crash your computer to trick people.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen those.
I'm coming.
And those exist, and they're allowed to fucking proliferate.
$1
and-
billion delete System 32.
Yeah, and Google never does shit to stop any of it, no matter how many times people complain, because a lot of people don't know how to complain, because you know, as we've said, the internet's used by so many people now.
That's it.
People who are barely fucking computer literate.
Nowadays, kids don't even know how to do emulation. Like, they think it's some like high skill, and I'm like, when I was these kids' age, I was emulating multiple MAME emulators because some ROMs would only work on certain versions. I was editing Mugen files so I could make weird fucking fighting games.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck happened? Apparently, one thing I learned is apparently a lot of schools don't really have like school curriculums anymore, like computer
I blame YouTube kids.
Everything is app-based. That's the problem.
Well, and that's by design.
I'll do what I can.
Apple wants you to not know how to do it. They wanted you to not know how to use computers for ages. Fuck you, Steve Jobs. I'm glad you're dead.
Me too.
Lend me your strength.
And by the way, it's not an exaggeration. Fuck Steve Jobs.
I don't think anybody was under the impression he was a nice man. It's just nice to see nice to see a bad man get punished for once. But
Jobs.
yeah.
He's a bricklayer.
But yeah, like I said, the problem I always find with these sort of arguments about, oh, should this multi-billion-dollar company have to make one less, like at best, like one less billion a year, boo-hoo. But like, yeah, the ads are like just evil. Like it's not just a case of, oh, if it was just like, oh yeah, you watch like a 30-second ad
like a movie or a video game ad or some like like a normal video game ad or like
yeah
show ad or something like that. That'd be fine. Or
yeah.
just like buying
Or even
potato chips or some shit.
Yeah, but it's not. It's like fucking skeevy fucking scams.
Yeah, there's a ton of scam ads. A ton. There are more scam ads than anything else.
Yeah, and stuff that's just like fucking morally reprehensible or like AI slop, where it's like, and the AI slop's funny because it's just straight up copyrighted characters who are like thrown onto some like chatbot dating site.
Oh yeah, those ones.
Scam ad.
Yeah.
It's an
And as I said, you then have people who use ads that like fake crash computers to like scare old people.
Looks like there's something else.
And honestly,
Or-
and these days also young people too.
Yeah, and convince people there's a virus has infected them and blah blah blah. And it's like,
However,
I like when
by the
I like
grace
when I
of
get
your
calls that are
mercenary
different people
friend,
that are
who
claiming
was
they're
spared
from
that
the
lesson.
FBI, even though they're
But next
very
time
clearly
he might
not
not
from
be
the
around
US.
to save you.
yeah.
You would be wise to watch your step.
I was like,
That one
yeah,
works
yeah,
on a
it's
lot
like,
of old
yes,
people.
The angel.
I was like, yes, this is we have an outstanding warrant for your arrest. I'm like, yes, I'm sure the
If
I'm
the
sure the
murderer
FBI
hadn't
hired
killed
this
you out,
random Indian
that
person who
fiend
can
in the
barely
scrap
speak
would have
English. I'm
ripped
so
you to
afraid.
shreds.
It's like, no, if they had a warrant for my arrest, they'd
Sorry
already
about
be at
that,
my
friend.
house. Shut up.
Here I was.
You'd
Just,
be
I mean,
here.
you should answer with
But
I'm
instead,
black,
my
so I'd
agents
already
almost
be
got you
shot
violently
to
killed.
death if that was true.
Oof!
No harm, no foul, right?
One time I claimed I had connections to the
Narrowly
FBI,
avoided
and I was
tragedy
going to.
won't discourage you from sharing
I
information
basically
with the
did
future.
a
Why
G-rated
didn't you
equivalent
just-
of the Navy SEALs copy pasta on this one guy, but he was like terrified. He's like, no.
You should have
So
just
sorry,
said,
so
"Oh yeah,
sorry.
You should have just said, "Oh yeah, I'm also with the
Tornado's
FBI.
no
What's your
easy
badge
mark.
number? I'll check
Can't
you on
wait
the
to see how
system."
this goes down.
I was like, I have family members in the FBI, and I'm going to unleash the entire. He's going to unleash the
Why don't you
entire
take this?
rage of the United
Oh,
States
and
government
no need
upon
to
you.
thank
And like,
me.
oh God,
Let's
I'm
just
so
say
sorry.
it slipped out of that
I'm
reporter's
like,
pocket.
Oh, you know,
I mean, I didn't expect to be
Can't call
believed,
it
but since he
theft
did, I
if
just
you're
kept
just
going.
claiming what you own. Am I right?
well, you know what you could have done. You should have said, "Yeah, I know I've got an outstanding warrant for my arrest. Look, the all them people I've killed. Guess who's next on? Guess who's next on the list?"
Come and get me, copper.
He's like,
I
have murdered 14 people. Well, I suppose it'll have to be 15 soon.
Oh damn, you got me! Oh,
They sucked.
oh damn, you got me! It's me, the crank coal killer.
Now they do. Come on.
My
let's go home.
my methodology is to kill people who crank call me. How did you know?
Methodology is to,
You
methodology is
figured
to-
me out, huh? It's a shame what's going to happen to you.
My methodology is to trace people who call me and then kill them.
Yeah, I know where you are.
Sleep with one eye open tonight. And then hang up.
I really like the decor of your bedroom.
It's the best way to mess with prank call. The best way to mess with annoying callers is to just do what my grandmother's friend did and just be like, "Oh yeah, he's right over there. Hold on," and then just put the phone down and walk away for 15 minutes. Periodically checking to see if they were still on the line, and if they were, it's like, "Oh yeah, he'll be right here. Hold on."
I have a friend of mine. Let's protect his identity by giving him a fake name, like I don't know, Reese.
See ya.
This is his real name, but you know. Yeah. So anyway, his whole thing is whenever he gets calls like that or bots or anything like that, is he just goes with it, and he will basically hold them hostage because obviously get some who have like a rule that says they can't hang up. So he has like held people hostage for like over an hour of them basically begging, just please hang up.
That reminds me, there's have you ever seen that guy Kitabuga who basically just does that, where he just tries to hold them on the line for as long as possible? Sometimes
Yeah.
even for like months and shit. His shit is fucking funny.
Yeah. I mean, they're all evil people, so you don't feel any amount of
Oh
sympathy
yeah, of
for
course,
them.
fuck him.
So you know, people gotta earn their keep, but also you know, if you're gonna be a scumbag, don't be surprised if people treat you like scum.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people that try to quote unquote justify it and be like, you don't understand, it's so hard to make money in the country. The only way to do it is to scam Americans.
Just
I'm
do
like,
what everyone does.
Sounds like you got other problems you should be fixing there, pal.
I mean, just scam Americans in the usual way. Tourists.
You're right. No, I don't want to talk about that anymore. That's why I took that out of Lilo and Stitch.
I mean, well, I took a lot of things out.
Lilo and Stitch. I forget.
Yeah.
Did I do an angry rant on it yet?
No, but
Yeah.
or maybe you did. But actually, apparently the director's really upset over people saying that the movie sucks, which I think is really funny.
It sucks, and you know why it sucks?
Because it completely misunderstands the original film.
Yes, and it ruins the complete ending by having what's-her-face just decide, no, you know what, I'm not going to adopt Lilo, I'm going to go on with my life.
You know,
Because who needs
family.
family? Family is not important. The important thing is to be the strong, single, independent woman having fun.
You know what's really funny is someone I saw a thing where someone pointed this out. So you know how Lilo in the movie where when she's introduced she mentioned she has a panic attack because she didn't have the preferred snack for that fish that she believes will control the weather.
Yeah.
And how that's just a coping mechanism for the fact that their parents died in a fucking horrible car crash during a thunderstorm. They cut that line out of that explanation out of the movie because they never even talk about what happened to the parents. But don't worry, they got rid of major characters so they could give breathing room.
They do talk about what happened to the parents. They have Nani say, "Yeah, well, they left," implying that they just got abandoned. Family.
It's even stupider.
I mean, I'm fairly certain it's still meant to be their dad, but it feels odd to, because it's meant to be the Ohana rant, but then Nani turns it on the head by saying, "Well, we got left behind." And I'm like, it's a pretty fucked up thing to say to a clearly traumatized, grieving little girl.
Yeah, we got left behind. You mean they're dead? What?
I mean,
No. They went to a farm upstate.
Ah, yes.
The really funny thing is the overall message is like incredibly hypocritical because it basically they take the stance of, well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice yourself for family, and it's like, well, you're making Lilo sacrifice herself for Nani.
Also too, what's even dumber about the idea of having it be like, oh, well, she has to go to California to go to college for this. They have better college in Hawaii, and they have really good like financial programs for Native Hawaiians. And also, in the movie, they said she had a scholarship, so she would have gotten an entire pass just to the fucking college. So
yeah, but she's got to go to.
Yeah, but the party scene is better in California.
Yeah, but also, what else is in California? Hollywood. So that's why all the people who make movies think Hollywood or think California is the greatest place on earth.
It's the best.
Even if it is on fire or in the grips of riots.
What do you want?
Or
No. It's all
Your
part
new boy
of
toy.
Trump's master plan.
Yeah, the master plan to send stormtroopers to occupy a city.
You see, You see, it's
Those eyes.
brilliant here. See, he sent a lot of troopers over to the West Coast under the guise of putting down the riots. Then he started a massive parade for himself on the East Coast. So therefore, when war breaks out, he'll have armies on both coasts ready to defend. It's the perfect 4D master chess genius. Couldn't have done it any better.
Wasn't the parade shit?
Yeah, it was.
Cloud,
I thought everyone hated the parade.
It was. It sucked. It was terrible.
No.
Even funnier when
it wasn't even like entertaining. Oh God, he's turning into Palpatine way.
I sometimes have to do bad things.
Like even funnier.
Time to fight rude.
How rude.
A bunch of people marching terribly and
Don't take it
a lot of
personal.
people talking about how great the military is.
Meanwhile, 4 million other people basically say fuck off.
Like at least if they were putting on this ridiculous show because they were afraid they were going to be killed in the parades, it might have been entertaining to watch.
Bark, no bite.
Give it time.
And I know this because I know people who live in Washington. That I got to play by play.
Yeah, I bet your sister's having a great time.
Get him!
You know what, maybe she can get her to answer a question then. Why are all Democrats massive pussies?
Leave us alone.
No, steady. Whatever.
She's a Democrat.
Yeah, but I mean, why are they all being pussies? It's like they've assassinated and arrested a bunch of like your peers. Like this should be inciting people to riot levels of action.
They tried to kill. Well, the Democrats didn't try to kill Trump, but I mean, people have tried to kill Trump twice and it didn't stick.
The Republicans. The Republicans tried to. The Republicans tried to kill Trump. I'm not saying you try and kill him. I'm just saying surely this is the point where you go, stop trying to pretend that you can reason with these people. They're fucking monsters.
Yeah.
Tell the people that they are literally
Ow,
quite
my tummy.
literally.
My tummy. He hit my tummy. Oh God! He's fucking throwing me! Ow!
Damn, Rude got hands.
Oh. Man,
It's
Rude
incredible.
is cool.
Damn, it's
Ow.
incredible how cool Rude is here.
Remember, you're supposed to be using the counter.
Oh yeah, no, I have been. I was just moving out of the way because I also blocked that one.
Like,
No, I blocked that one and he grabbed me by the throat and punched me in the stomach. He has a throw.
Oh well, yeah, he has some counters to that.
So I have to
Just-
not
you
just
won't
stand there and
see
take it.
all,
I have
and
to
then
also
Bruno-
move.
And then Bruno was kicking the shit out of you, and you're like,
I was-
This is like the
you mean-
fuck that's supposed to teach you
I
happiness.
like how you were paying attention to earlier when I was blocking you.
Yeah, well.
I was watching.
You know what I think you really need? I think you need the Sephiroth remnants to show up, and they'll fucking turn Rude and Reno into clowns.
You're right. Ooh, this is the perfect time to hit him with the limit.
Yes.
So
But how can you hate such iconic characters as Kazdaj, Loz, and the other one?
Okay.
I don't even remember their names.
I remember Kadaj and I remember Loz.
I like that he's got another pair of glasses.
I don't believe that I have.
Yeah. The one thing from Advent Children everyone thought was hilarious. Like, what if Rude just has a ton of sunglasses in his pockets?
It is great, honestly. I won't deny it's fucking funny and also kind of cool.
Alright, it was Yazoo was the third one.
Laws and Red Racer. So
Yazoo.
that's really all I know about him. He was voiced by Red Racer.
Nah, so a friend of mine's been been watching the new Gundam show
stummy.
and also was watching the compilation movie / CCA. Now he's posting a bunch of like Xeon propaganda. I'm getting a bit worried.
Cloud's pretty strong, isn't he?
I've seen
Guys, I think my friend might be a Space Nine sympathizer.
Why don't you lead the way?
What do I do?
Sorry.
We obviously have to kill him.
Ow! Ow!
Clearly there's only one solution, which is you have to go to this colony
Better
and
than
gas it.
expected.
Yeah, problem is, I think because the compilation movies don't. I think because the compilation movies don't feature the conversation between Giram and his dad about Hitler.
No, this is self-defense.
Sound just like that Hitler. I don't know who this Hitler is, but I like the cut of his jib.
And catch.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that scene's not in the compilation movies. It's like, how do you tell someone? No, they're literal space Nazis. Like it's not even like, you know, it's even less subtle than Star Wars is about it.
We're saying something considering Star Wars is about as subtle as a fucking
They're called fucking stormtroopers, guys.
as a grenade in a fucking gas station. Like, damn.
I always love whenever people try and call that. You know, Star Wars is actually like sort of grey, grey and grey morality. You know, there's good guys and bad guys on both sides, and I'm like, no, there's not, guys. No, there's really not. Like the Sith are just a death cult.
Here he comes. One more shot.
Don't overdo it.
I'll show you what I can do.
I need to use the bathroom, so you two nap about, I don't know, Trails or something. Tails, that's the one you both like that I don't care about.
Yes. There hasn't been a Tails game in a while.
Be a big.
Tagging out.
Let's do this.
Here goes.
That was sweet, but I don't know if it's true.
This is gonna hurt.
I know that there was a advertisement for a, they're going to be making another remaster, which is probably going to be Exilia, which I'm looking forward to that, because I would love Exilia on modern hardware. I love Exilia.
Yeah, I never did finish the second game.
Honestly, if that gets dropped on modern hardware, I'll fucking do a streams of that game. That game's great.
I finished Exilia, I thought it was pretty good. And I started
it's-
the second one and I never finished.
Please.
Yeah,
just
I need to
leave
finish.
us alone.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me, so I'll probably finish it if they release it with it.
You know I
Um,
can't do that.
Berseria is probably my favorite. Exilia is my second favorite of the series.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into Berseria. It was forever tainted from being tied to Zestria.
I mean, Zestria is bad, but I just pretend that. But it's a prequel. It works.
I'm still angry about Zestria.
Zestria was pretty bad. But I don't think. But I think honestly, Arise is kind of worse because it tricks you into thinking it's good at first,
Understood.
and then it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Got somewhere else to be?
And it had a weird expansion where there was like nothing new.
I didn't play the expansion. didn't bother with
They're
it.
like they're like the expansion. Like there's no new characters, no new moves, no new equipment. It's just like a bunch of extra story scenes and boss fights in case you really wanted
Go
that.
home and stay there.
You know I can't do that.
Oh no, it's storming out again.
I like that interaction. Like, go home and say, you know, I can't do that. And he's like, this is a good video game.
It's like, all right. See you later. I gotta go genocide some people. But I'm not a bad person.
That was a fun boss fight, though.
We're not bad people.
This is a
I'm
very
not a
good
bad
video
person.
game.
I'm not a bad person. I do bad things
Wait a sec.
sometimes. Well, then you're a bad person.
No. Shut up.
So, you coming?
I am coming, but the camera made it hard for me to tell where it was walkable. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. They're making me slow walk. Damn, girl, you fast. I'd be just as fast if they let me run. Actually, you know
I
what?
used to walk dramatically. They bottled all of these flowers, and you're gonna look at every single one.
They are very pretty, though. I mean, this game is very good looking. It's a very good looking and playing video game. Oh shit, there's an item here I gotta pick up. Is it a dog? There's no dog over here.
You talking to the...
I'm back. Do we beat Rude?
Rude's dead.
So
Well,
yeah.
not dead, but
It was that
he
kind
flew
of
away
guy.
on his helicopter.
He flew away on his helicopter to commit more crimes against humanity.
Yes.
But it's okay. He's not a bad person. He just does bad things sometimes.
Yeah, Aerith told me so, too.
He has a sick daughter. It makes it okay to do bad things.
It's true. Just like Sandman.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Shouldn't keep Mom waiting.
Hey. What'd they say?
It's an awfully big bird
Good
down
work
there. It
today,
kind of looks
guys.
like a guy. Oh wait, that is a guy down there.
But yeah, no, this game is very pretty. It's a very good looking game and good playing game. Good video game. Shocker.
No narrating.
Never mind. It's not like you'd believe me after all.
Probably not.
Oh, but we were
it's
talking about when
unfortunate.
you went AFK is that they haven't announced anything with Tales, but they did announce there's gonna be a
Really?
remaster of some Tales game. They didn't say what, but my money's on Exilia.
Oh, my money's on
It won't
Symphonia
take much
again.
longer now. The flowers,
I hope it's Exilia because I really want a
I was gonna say, I
Exilia
think-
on modern hardware.
Yeah, at this
something
point.
they
Because
need
they did
to
Graces
show
not too
us.
long ago, which Grace
At
is
least
alright.
That's the feeling I get.
But Exilia is like my second favorite in the series, and I said pretty much if that gets released, I'll
They
probably do a
can.
stream of that
There's
when
a
this is done,
little
depending on
step
what time
that
it
has to be
releases.
taken.
Because,
And only hope.
Otherwise, we
but
won't
I
hear them.
don't remember when they said they're going to announce it. It's one of those stupid like announcement of an announcement things that I fucking hate.
Maybe I
We're gonna
should
announce
do that.
something soon. Soon.
Honestly, it's what I do best.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like you have to do it now because trailers basically spoil everything. So you have to, if you want to build hype without just telling people what it is, you have to do
Well, today's
announcements
special.
of announcements.
That's why I've been working my butt off.
Announcements that we're going to drop a trailer.
What's so special about it?
Something's happening eventually, guys. Then again, actually, in a Bandai Namco, they kind of have to do that because even
Okay,
selling well
time to
doesn't
go.
guarantee you something new. Just look at Soul Calibur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learn to talk to her.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Ace
it was a
Combat.
mistake.
Did the flowers say anything?
That they've been allegedly been working on for like 10 fucking years now.
Good work today?
There's Ace
guys?
Combat 8, you fuckers.
That's the spirit.
Bring back Dog JPEG.
I want more Ace Combat. If you take so
Where's
long,
my-
we're gonna get another fucking not Ace Combat game again, which I'm not opposed to,
Where's-
mind
Where's my burrito?
you. Where's my
burrito?
burrito? That was pretty much. I remember like there was some games that it was with Donkey Kong Country with the
heading in
Wii
already?
shop at one point. You're heading in already, Aerith. You already said that it's late and we did everything. What do you want from me, girl?
Well, you know, you need to be real sure that you've done everything.
So I'm gonna trigger these cutscenes, and then when I save, that's where I'll end the stream.
That's
Okay.
enough for
I don't even want to stop playing. This game is really fun. Love it.
Controversial opinion, good game is good.
I know, crazy, right?
Where have you two been?
When was the last time we played a bad game on stream?
Sorry, we got a little sidetracked.
Dinner's ready.
Never,
in case you're
maybe.
wondering.
Yeah, I guess I don't think we ever
Great.
deliberately played a bad game.
But before we sit down, I want you to make up the guest room.
Don't buy into the popular trends of buying dog shit trash so we can laugh at how dog shit trash it is.
Aerith's mom is mad.
We should try
She's
that
all-
sometime.
Should we? I mean, at some point we also promised we'd do like Baldur's Gate 3.
Judging by those eyes.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
guessing
forgot
you're a
about that.
soldier.
Yeah, cross-compatible. We'll probably
Yeah.
do that one of these days.
One
I
day.
hate to ask, but would you leave tonight without any fuss? No
Then we can
questions.
decide who's going to fuck Raphael's clone.
You boys made a trade, a normal life, for power. You can't have it both ways.
I'm back.
Good.
We've all been there.
Now, I hope you're hungry.
Before or after the bear.
Starving, right?
Depends actually.
Because that is the draw of Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, because you do fuck a bear.
Yes, it's a game. You can fuck a bear. It's. I mean, it's a very good game, but like that seemed to be all they seem to care about.
It doesn't help when if you do recruit Halcyon, like he's just weirdly horny. Which I mean, yeah, he's a bear. He'll turn into a bear and fuck you. But you know, you kind of expect that to be more on the down low. But no, he's just like weirdly horny.
One who'd make sure you didn't get into trouble.
Find a good girl who wouldn't make sure you get into trouble.
An
Well,
older, more mature girl that could keep you on the straight and narrow. and
an
tell you
older,
when
more
you're being a
mature. Well,
silly
Tifa's not
goose.
older, I don't think. Is she?
That's the perfect
No, they're the
type
same
for you,
age.
I
Aerith
Yeah.
is older than Cloud. Aerith is older than Cloud.
Ah,
Aerith is 1 year older.
Ancient, really.
as far as Japan's concerned.
Aerith could have been like a mother to me.
Actually, I noticed that that's not really the case. Like, even though she's a year older, the game doesn't really seem to care much about
Yeah, it
that.
does not.
Stay my welcome.
And she can, even with Barrett, even though he's like 15 years older than them, they're not like.
Yeah. Also, before
He's still able to have a rapport with them without being like this old guy.
I mean, the
Yeah.
one they treat as the oldest is Sid, and Sid's only like 7 years older than Cloud.
yeah, Sid is younger than
Like, he-
Barrett.
Yeah, Sid is like 28, which is crazy,
No, he's-
but they act like he's
thir-
this
no,
grizzled.
Sid is 32. Barrett is like 36. So
Still, they like
Barrett-
act like he's
Barrett
this
is-
grizzled.
Barrett is a few years older than
Well, you
Sid.
see, Barrett's young
Yeah.
at heart.
Yeah, basically. Well,
Meanwhile,
I mean,
the
Vincent's-
actual old. Meanwhile, the actual guy is Vincent, who's like 70.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
Vince
like
is
a vampire, so that could be like
70 Years of Vampire.
that could be like 18 vampire. I don't know.
And I think
Yeah.
Reeve is like in his 40s, but
But also, he's a cat
communicates-
man.
True.
He communicates via a cute cat bot, so I guess that doesn't count.
True.
Makes it okay.
The original VTuber.
Damn, I was literally just thinking that.
Before before I end stream, I just want to comment on how much I love the lighting in this game. Like, God, this game is so good looking. Like, this lighting is really good.
Man, where's the Kate Sith model reveal with the jiggle physics?
You know what? I think with that, it's time
Time
to
to
leave.
leave.